Good morning, ladies and gents, and welcome to Inkwenkwezi Private Game Reserve. My name is Tammy, and this morning I'd like to share the sunrise with you guys. As you can see, the moon is still out. It is now 5:20 a.m. Beautiful. The sky is partly cloudy. Should give us a good sunrise. We are actually on our way to a good viewing point on the reserve to hopefully get some good footage of the sun. So I've gotten to the viewing point. You can see the sun hasn't risen yet. It's sure to be a beautiful sunrise. So it's still quite early. It's only 10 to 6. Sun's only due to rise at about 6:30, but you can see the lighting is already beautiful. You can hear Bless Book alarm calls behind me. The moon is actually still up behind me as well. So you can actually hear the lions roaring behind me. Such an amazing sound to hear early in the morning in the African bush. It's starting to all wake up now. It's now 6:15, so just a couple more minutes and the sun should be rising. Already looking beautiful. So you can see the blue is starting to show through. The sun should be up in about 7 minutes or so. successful sunrise. It's absolutely beautiful. So what I'm going to do now is have a look for our lions. We have a special breeding program with lions. They're in a separate reserve, and this area is about 100 hectares. So I am inside already. We're going to just drive around a bit, see if we can find them. Why the lions are in a separate area for the breeding is we are breeding white lions. Now white lions are incredibly rare. There's probably around 300 or so of them in the world, most of them in captive breeding programs, and very few of them actually out in the wild fending for themselves. So our goal is to actually increase that wild population. So as we're breeding them, we sell them to other game reserves where they get integrated straight into the wild. So we do have some young cubs at the moment as well, which I'm really hoping we find. It's probably almost a year old now, but still at a cute stage. Now this early morning time, just after sunrise, this is the best time to actually find the lions and see that they are hopefully active. Usually you find them when they're sleeping. Lions will actually, the males sleep up to 20 hours of their day, whereas females sleep up to 18 hours a day. So it's very difficult to find them when there's actually two young cubs ahead of us. Little white cubs, very inquisitive. Looks like 3 cubs actually, the little brown one at the back left. Now cubs are very curious, very inquisitive. Although completely harmless at this age. Very brave. Let's see if I can roll down the hill a little bit closer. Don't want to startle them. So we know that the mother's going to be relatively close by. She likes to keep an eye on them. Although they are a little bit more independent at this age, they do tend to wander off a little bit and explore. Very, very cute. See a little bit of blood around the mouth and nose. See, they've actually been feeding. About an hour or so they would have cleaned themselves quite well. Lions are actually very clean animals. They need to keep that scent off of them when they're hunting. So in this reserve there are smaller animals like small duiker, warthog, bush pigs that they'll often hunt and chase around. However, majority of their food, the farmers in the area actually help us with the breeding program, donating us with extra meat for them, be it a dead cow or something like that. We'll just bring that in, put that in a separate area for them, and they will just feed off of that. It's extra food. You can actually hear the impala barking on the top of the hill across from the lion reserve. these cubs just for a little moment. There's actually the mother walking at the back there, the mother of the cubs. Just gonna go around and see if we can get a nice view of the older ones. Now you'll notice when lions eat, they will literally eat until they can barely move anymore, and then they'll go and sleep it off. As you can see this cub approaching us, he's eaten so much. His belly is very, very fat and full. He's going to have a very nice nap for the next couple of days. So lions don't actually eat every single day. They will eat maybe once or twice a week. They can easily survive without food for up to 2 weeks. Some areas even longer. So this is a lovely white female, you're right. Now one of my favorite things about white lions is those beautiful steel blue color eyes. Now white lions are not albino, it's just a recessive gene giving them a white hair color. You can see they've got all the pigment in their nose, their eyes, under their paws. It's just a very rare hair color. The little cub approaching us from further on the right. Very relaxed this morning. So it's very important when running a breeding program to make sure you have no interaction with the lions at all. This way they just survive much better out in the wild, whereas if you have to interact with them, it just greatly reduces their chances of survival. Wow guys, what an amazing sighting. One of my favorite sounds to hear out in the African bush is the roar of a lion. If you've ever had the pleasure of experiencing it like this, you can actually feel that roar vibrate in your bones. It's just unbelievable. But thank you guys so much for joining me Please feel free to ask any questions and we will answer you guys in the comment section below. Have a lovely morning further